this mystery. Bong at on some cocaine, bong at on some cocaine beat. Bong at on some cocaine beat. Every make do this mystery. Bong at on some cocaine, bong at on.
Overcome with dread as I stand up on my body with the head up on my shining in the hole in my head so cold I can feel it in my motherfucking soul. Someone knows when you're dead. I'm beginning to feel regret, sitting right up in my chest till my throat closed like a choke from my neck. But let me tighter and never get lighter. Decipher the meaning of where I was sent. Take a look at the shelves in the books, not a motherfucking word up on the cover. Think I mistook. I'm shook 'cause I never seen another color but the blood of all the fucking lives I took. I see the stakes up on the carpet and I'm hearing the beers of my thoughts, but I can't see the casualties that I get tragically placed into dead zones. Creeping through the hallways as I check for any residents. Hear the footsteps getting closer as my soul is filled with fear. See a kid come around that corner, put a tag down, facing in the air. As he comes towards me, I can see his face in which I stare. Looking right up at the fucking ready, looking back at me, I feel the way they stare at they tell me to the perfect thing that I'ma be the one to suffer to the rim of my own gun. And I'm dawn of the one that I'm running from. Hunter be the hunted in the plane that I'm in. Thought I was a god, but I ain't worth shit. Stuck in the middle, that's my personal hell. Haunted by everybody that fell.
Bong at on some cocaine beat. Every make do this mystery. Bong at on some cocaine, bong at on some cocaine beat. Bong at on some cocaine beat. Every make do this mystery. Bong at on some cocaine, bong at on.
I can't see no color, only blood that slowly leaks. As I walk these lonely hallways, I see haunted memories. Every victim has a mission, and that mission is to keep me seeing visions. I'm forever 17, I can never leave. Forever 17, I can never leave. Forever 17, I can never leave. I can never leave. I can't see no color, only blood that slowly leaks. As I walk these lonely hallways, I see haunted memories. Every victim has a mission, and that mission is to keep me seeing visions. I'm forever 17.
Hello, motherfucker.
Here, I want to talk about how the dead internet theory is plausible, how it connects to the church age of Sardis, and how that connects with the tree of knowledge of good and evil in the Garden of Eden, and how the fruition of this knowledge, the implementation and creation of artificial intelligence that connects with the matriarchy. Now we have a oversaturation of marketing and also cross-reference content that is automatically generated by AI, which can control the information that we receive and often makes the originality of the internet ultimately bleached and bleached to the point where any originality in content, opinions, or perspectives regarding the news or anything otherwise have ultimately become saturated and washed out, and creating a dead, vague internet in which the only way individuals can connect is potentially through gaming apps, because even dating apps are all flooded also with fake profiles and fake people and artificially generated people, in which you know, these type of situations, this one of the human based needs is affection. So if an individual is not able to acquire some form of affection, then they will seek it out through other things. I know that the internet, the only thing that is on it seems to be porn anymore. for what reason that individuals go onto the internet, oftentimes, other than maybe they check like a sports site or whatever. But generally, we have no idea of where to go on the internet, much like we were newcomers. Even though we fully know how to use the internet, and even though there's a saturation of websites that we can go to, generally, based upon our lack of communications with other humans and individuals, though they may have original content and websites, it is drowned out by the flood and saturation of artificially generated profiles and content that has saturated the web and bombarded its users, attacked its users with tons and tons of marketing ads and captures and all sorts of thorns and headaches for an individual to actually enjoy and experience the internet. And with most of the internet starting to become more and more premium, that the user of the internet is ultimately locked out or ghosted from the rest of society, and therefore their only interaction is with artificial intelligence. And we have created for ourselves Siri and all of these micro monoliths to put on the corner of our desk, and we tune into our desktop and we watch this television and so on and so forth. And most of these things generated anymore is deep fake. So, you know, there are two different stories between individuals that are portrayed, you know, according to deep fake, and the reality that is shown when an individual goes to Walmart is the fact that none of these individuals, especially, you know, forgive my humility, but I mean, if you know what I'm saying, go to certain websites, the individuals on cameras and the amount of maintenance it would take for them to have that level of self-care, you just don't see in the general population by a mile. Okay, by a mile. So, you know, these individuals that are YouTube celebrities that haven't really boosted into superstardom, which a lot of celebrities in Hollywood and these superstar places since the emergence of the internet has slowed down dramatically. You know, between the mid 90s to 2005, there was a dramatic increase in actors and actresses in Hollywood. It was like as in a boost. There was a new actor or actress coming up all the time. Anymore now, everything is a freeze out. You know, there's lack of communication. People only correspond with text with their loved ones. Through their different interests and TV shows and everything becoming a la carte, the amount of conversations that a family is able to engage upon based upon commonality, since we've had television programs in the 90s where, you know, you could, everybody was basically watching the same shows, you know, whether The Simpsons came on at 7:30 or Home Improvement, people was generally watching the same shows, and then going to work or school the next day, they could generally talk about the same things. And also watching sports was a little bit more of a cultural or communal thing that individuals, you know, all the cavemen will gather at the local sports bar and make a odd noise like ugh, and drink drinks, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have as much knowledge then as we have now. And you know, the stereotype might be true. I mean, watching a bunch of niggas move a ball down a field or a court, you know, the two places that niggas be at, the field and the court. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was more communal and shit. All the cavemen would gather together and go to the local watering hole and watch statistics and stats and numbers, and you know what I'm saying? Vomit those numbers up in conversations in which those stats really don't bear any significance after the day that they were made. So these were the types of things that individuals spoke about in society, but now we have cell phones with apps and we can get our own information, and everybody's information is different. We don't particularly watch the same news shows, and the world has been divided by their councils and how they earn their money, and there's a lot of secrets, so nobody's talking to one another. The only thing communicable here on earth would seem to be COVID, and online, all these individuals you getting social engineered by putting out your resume and all of your information, talking to individuals from YouTube to Discord. You're basically a target that can be tracked with your cell phone that's connected also, and all things sync together with the proper know-how can be accessed. But we are generally interacting with AI when it comes to the internet, and we haven't realized that there isn't any way to communicate out unless you drop a phone call, and we won't do that. So the only thing left is text, and these texts, they're somehow oddly hit or miss as of lately if you have T-Mobile. Some text messages go through, other ones don't. Your family don't respond in the same ways. Everybody does their business, I suppose. I'm not even eligible to get a job, so you're just dealing in isolation, a wandering star, consuming all this media and news and so on and so forth, and all of our internets are streamed to us individually. I don't know if you remember when they talking about personalize the internet and targeted ads. When this came to be, then you know your internet is different than your neighbors. So therefore, between you and your choices and your interests and the diversity in the world, the people you come across and frequent aren't typically conversations that go together because we're so niche in our privacy. And we're just another click in the algorithm that's tracking and building a profile of our interests to be written on walls that we won't be invited to because those will be given to robots. And how exercises your mind to meditate and think on different things that you can be original and survive this bleach out within a dead internet with no conversation that you typically have, and even barely so, with your spouse, with the advancement of knowledge and your interaction with apps. Your kids don't even speak to you no more, and you live in the same house. So technology and knowledge has divided individuals, and this knowledge is good and is evil. In our advancements of things and our knowledge, we built some things that provided us a bleached out dead culture. Diversity is drowning in the singularity of knowledge that you log in on to check your email. Remember how quick things advance or evolve, such as knowledge and technology in the 80s. We were all astounded when we could send the first email from one place to another. Now look at us, a hot mess. Trying to conceal emails that we have sent that got personal details we don't want known about, and rumors and gossip we don't send in private no more. It's all over Twitter and Facebook. foaming about your mouths, your shame, and offering it on a silver tray, creating all sorts of dispositions when you go out in society, making you feel awkward like you can't take a shit. Internet warriors and trolls all alike. And we would say that these things are not bots that track you when you get on the internet, but I can assure you it is, and the comments left are fake. Also, most of the time, unless you're ghosted as I have been, which most of you are, and many of the things that I say online, even though the algorithm can't pick it up because I know how to communicate, they deleted my last video, All in the Family. I guess it was too offensive, but not me posting about pedophiles at Planet Fitness down the street, and ain't shit happened since. So how the fuck did it get offended unless it just seen a couple images of Ku Klux Klan members? And I'm just talking about politics, but I guess there's no free speech amongst these corporations that we suck dick for. And I just don't get on my knees for that. So I don't have any friends no more. And I don't have no family at all. And I could really give 2 fucks like a koala dick. Most of the time when I go outside, the winds pick up and the weather change and it rains. Moving through this earth like a subtle Dr. Manhattan. Scientists in rooms trying to crack the atom. And I think ever since the Mandela effect, we've been in alternate realities. Before that, it seemed like I was walking across timelines like America and multiversal madness. But people so stuck in these boxes of apps, and they can't get their head out. That's like a tight vagina. And the saddest thing involved is the fact that there's no connections, and the scandals have grown, and the con artists are making out. And the things I say are so fucking offensive that Google doesn't want to fuck with me. I seem to say words that make niggas nervous, even though they don't remember what I spoke, cause it's light and consciousness. Too quick for their memory to gather. No one could point a finger at. Technology not either. Nor is algorithms. But I could tell a difference. I could say anything on the internet just as long as I don't post certain pictures. Because it can recognize pictures. That would mean I'm smarter than the AI. Some of you got all sorts of intricate business. Even if I was going to go on my belly and get it, I couldn't, because we have to be operating on a certain level, and your lies are elementary. That's why I speak like this in soliloquies and poems. Anything offensive can be offensive in art. Funny, we need art to express ourselves, and therefore the government was trying to kill the program, and people so brain dead they can't even fucking walk straight. Now I'm scared to get a girlfriend because these motherfuckers been getting high, having sex. No telling what the flavor is, I can't fuck with it. Therefore, we live in a world in this age, which the age in the Bible, I told you, wasn't about religion. It was spiritual wisdom being passed down like an heirloom for those who could hear it. And what I'm telling you is Sardis is the church age of death. Everything here on this land damn near rigor mortis. And this is the fruition of the knowledge that we have, is to have knowledge where we can destroy ourselves and not notice. How subtle is that magic, the mighty archer striking down by the masses. You could call that Archer Cupid, the mighty cherub, making niggas fall in love with technology. And they can't get their head out of that tight vagina box. I'd rather find something I could put life in. Look at the juxtaposition of the shit I'm saying. That man in his knowledge fell in love with technology and now can't get his head outside a box. Therefore his life is in one. This is the church age of Sardis, and that's death. The computer and TV box is for idiots. Idiots lie down in caskets. They say not. And this is the age that we're living in, and we think we have common sense, but common sense has been broken ever since our privatized interests and secret groups and friendships that we make just to get a job, and your secrets. We all know you took it up the ass just to work at Target. Isn't that funny? And now we making that funny money, and people so separated. And we got the internet, thinking that we getting away with shit. But it'll all be used against you if you not careful. I don't fuck with social media. When I go outside, I try to stay away from people. Somehow I attract them like moss. The people who got sucked into this technology, it's like they soul got sucked out of them. All I see is binary, zeros and ones when I walk by them. Sometimes they teleport. Guess you could say that they ghost. And the internet is dead. Nothing original to consume. It has a lot of knowledge such as Reader's Digest, but amongst the people, if we be it, look how they destabilized the nation along the course of things that was according to scripture. And we just love information. I know I do. I'm a sucker for it. And look how we drowned ourselves with knowledge. All the knowledge we have doesn't add up to the questions. Neither the questions or the knowledge can manifest any wisdom. And now we don't know how to live. We need to ask Google. Little monoliths on the edge of our desk we call God that doesn't know Jesus. People go to church in these little rooms and don't apply the wisdom that they learned. Therefore, it's like they don't have it. And I'm the one that's ousted even from the churches for speaking the truth. Like, let me show you how to read that Bible so we can have a common ground. The things you say are supernatural. The things I say are natural. If you connect the dots, one of us sound like we have logic. The Bible is not a religious book. People are religious. Religions, to do something religiously, is as a discipline. The Bible speaks of history. especially of a people. This age, the church age, is a fruition of knowledge, and it's brought forth death. We done came a long way from living in nature. People expect for people to come into the Word of God and understand it the same way, that they'll just go out and live out in the woods. But the nature that I speak of is the human nature that we had. You see, what makes me peculiar is the fact that I'm quite human. Superhuman if you count my vulnerabilities. Nothing that makes me special, but the things you would mock and make fun of. You're so perfect like a robot. I say things that make people cringe on accident. You worry about being politically correct so you could fit in the algorithm and you could get a thumbs up. We know you got fucked in the ass for that job. I won't say shit. I'm not impressed. This is how I sit around down here in this shit show, where people often pretend so hard a nigga can't get a girlfriend. It's about as real as two lesbians using a dildo. What the fuck? Double entendre. That's how motherfuckers think around me. Moving like electrons. Their brain is built like a net. The information that they look up online don't come together. And they stay in cognitive dissonance to keep their job. Most individuals gotta slut it out just to work the job that they have. In other words, just to keep their job, they gotta fuck on the side. If I do my job well, what do I gotta do another job to keep it for? Individuals don't think that much, so I don't have any conversations. The other ones that do end up a little more scared. And that's how you end up with no friends or family with the dead internet. Waking up and waiting till the time you go to bed with hyperactive disorder. So, we have a dead internet. I know if you're in Missouri, the only way that you can contact any of all dating apps, all right? They got Meet Me. They got, let's say they got Meet Me, one called Meet Me or something like that. A lot of these individuals are artificial intelligence and fake profiles, or they are working in red, okay? And there is a it is some interesting looking individuals. You could tell they have very hectic lifestyles. I will say that. Drug use, so on and so forth, where maybe they would pick a different picture, and by them picking that picture to post up online, you know what I'm saying, is equative to a mugshot, because these websites and these big blocks such as Walmart are connected to government agencies, and your information, you made free enterprise. So, what the fuck would you select that image for, and why would I click it to date? And most of these people are sitting there in pictures with their eyes popped so wide open, it's like they own some shit, or that they fucking died like that. It's the oddest thing you ever saw. And people think I'm an asshole because I tell the truth. Say, so you could communicate on Meet Me through, you could send a message, or they have like a camera. I guess you could set up a camera and you could talk to people on there, or some people have their cell phone camera on, and I guess they talk to people on there. But I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that after looking at them fucking profiles where them people look like they came out of a fucking Jason franchise? Like somebody just scared the shit out of them like that. Their eyes popped open. You can see the eye whites on top of their eyes. Like they fucking, like the whole eyeball. Like pop, like someone, when somebody dies with their eyes open, man. Like, and I'm talking, and you thinking like, he's capping, he's talking about one image. No, I'm talking about picture after picture after picture. It was like, it was like if hell had a black and white photo album. You know what I'm saying? They eyes is wide open. Like it doesn't, not like somebody really even startled or alive, but like as in like if you drew someone with no eyelids, like that wide open, and they just look zonked. They look like zombies, man. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no cocaine in the world that makes somebody's eyes open like that. That shit is crazy as fuck. So anyways, there's a bunch of niggas that got pictures like that. Why the fuck you want to set up a live camera and talk to these niggas that look like that? You done lost your damn mind if you doing some shit like that. Now, the other place you communicate out of is, cause most dating apps are just swipes, picture swipes. You can swipe the fucking picture. If you like it, you can swipe it to the left or right. Now, discerning people, a good practice, you know, of course, is going on these dating apps and just looking at people's image. Don't read the profile yet. Look at that image and figure them out. What do they communicate to you without saying anything? Then you test it by what you read in the profile. Then ask yourself, is this motherfucker lying on his like profile? When I look at his picture, his profile, this shit don't add up. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So the photo looks like it's lying. This dude don't look like a doctor. It looked like he need one. They're like, this dude's a dick. Hey man, listen. The world looks like it's been dealing with the dead internet. Like they be getting fake information, and the dead internet correlates with the famine in the Bible, which is famine of the word of God, right? So their head is filled with lies. It's filled with factoids and shit that don't come together. These niggas read more factoids online like they about to be on fucking Jeopardy, right? But the problem is these motherfuckers not going on Jeopardy, and none of those millions of factoids that they know that people would consider them to be smart, they're all fucking random factoids that is not like efficient in which they could use towards anything, right? It's like going to the store, getting some bread, okay, and fucking getting some fucking jelly, but you know, it's like you forget to get the peanut butter. Now you could have a jelly sandwich, but it's like, why don't you just have toast? You understand what I'm saying? Because you need the peanut butter also if you're gonna have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If that's so, that's kind of how knowledge is. It don't, when you deal with this dead internet, depending on how you consume information, because you gotta have a rhythm or a rhyme or a pattern to how you consume this information, and make sure that it's linear, unless you have a learning style such as individuals that have hyperactive disorder can do this. People with attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity disorder can do this if they have come into understanding how their brain works, right? In other words, like we all learn different. It's no cap. I know I definitely learn different, but it's like this. You know, if you're just relying on medications to try to think like everybody else, then you may not have efficiently learned how to utilize your learning capacity of your own mind, right? So the thing I'm saying, all right, so there's very few places, whereas before we had many places. We had MySpace, we had Facebook. Like if anything crazy went on and somebody's like, you had email, you had phone. But if your life has dwindled down to where like You don't even talk to, like, you're kind of estranged from your own immediate family for some odd reason, and they're like trapped into like watching TV and dealing with the internet, and they're just looking at some pop culture piece, fluff piece, ads or stories from ET Entertainment Tonight on fucking line. You know what I'm saying? You don't have much to talk about. You could only get a word out. Like, if my cell phone was gonna go down, I couldn't use Meet Me because it's not enough people in my area to contact somebody that is outside of this area. This is an infrastructural problem. This is and it shows intentions. I'm going to assume that it's bad intentions unless this situation is changed for the common public. It's fucking crazy. So, okay, so here's the thing. These motherfuckers in my neighborhood, or my area, this whole area around here, I gotta tell you, are like moisturous as fuck. So the dudes, they don't give a fuck that you're like a grown ass adult. They don't give a fuck that you're a grown ass adult. And I don't have any problems with anybody being homosexual. Do your damn thing, right? But here's my issue. Listen, I am 41 fucking years old, all right? I don't want to see you fucking walking around me fucking biting your lip. This ain't fucking France. You don't do that to black guys, all right? You could lose your life or something. I'm just saying, hypothetically, it can happen. Because it's weird. It's very off-putting. It's very weird. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Because people kept doing that shit. What they biting their lip for? What is that? Some type of fucking moisturous 90s R&B thing? You know what I'm saying? I can't take it. I'm not hating, man. I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I think that's so fucking weird. And after that happens, a lot of times, you just get fucking annoyed. You get annoyed. You just want to fucking, I'm on the verge of fucking flipping out like a fucking chimpanzee when that happens. Because it's like, the fuck are you doing? Put your mouth together. You know what I'm saying? I'm 41 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Get your shit together, nigga. Get your fucking shit together. Alright? Now, that's the thing. That's the thing when they fucking bite their lip. What's another thing they do? They do some other shit that's fucking crazy. They be doing some questionable ass shit. I can't describe to you what these niggas be doing. They're just walking around in the fucking suburb. I'm like, that fucking opioid crisis, that shit they got you on, nigga, got you so fucked up. It's real, my nigga. Fix your face and shit, man. Fix your face, man. You out here, shit. You out here looking, this is what they do. They take a sip of water and shit. They fucking gotta deliberately show me take a sip of water. Good, man. Good for you. If he thirsty, drink some fucking water. Who the fuck cares? Like, I don't have to see you drink the water. Now, motherfuckers can play like I'm schizophrenic. They don't know what the fuck I'm talking about or whatever. But everybody knows what I'm talking about. This fucking drinking water like phenomenon. They literally make sure that you're watching them first, these spirits, if you want to say that, and then they take a swig of fucking water. And I'm like, you can tell like when somebody's just taking a swig because like they're thirsty, they're gonna take a swig. And when motherfuckers like are signaling to you take a swig of water, I couldn't take a swig of water. So I knew they didn't care about me drinking water because I was like, because they kept doing that, I just started leaving my water at home. I would walk 5 miles to fucking Purple Fitness. I would exercise because I was like, yo, man, this drinking water thing is some type of weird thing. They were doing me like Dave Chappelle and shit inside of there. And I'm like, I don't get it. They say, it kind of connotated, I kind of got the drift that drinking the water meant like thirsty or something. And I was just like, I'm not fucking thirsty. I don't even bring my water to the gym. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? The shit was crazy. Hey, man, get your shit together, niggas. If you live in the Independence area and you fucking take a swig of water, bite your lip, get your fucking shit together, nigga. I'm 41 years old, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So this how I fucking feel. This niggas that do that type of shit, instead of just communicating like we not fucking Planet of the Apes and shit, just communicate like a normal nigga would do. Right? Then get your fucking shit together. You been fucking drinking all that fucking random ass knowledge on the fucking internet, and none of them facts come together in your mind. Your mind is just fucking disassociated as fuck, nigga. Get your shit together. You understand? They done kicked me out of fucking YouTube for another 7 days because I was talking about the plight of white women will never get their damn rights under white rule. It's just a fact. Them white dudes are not gonna let Hillary Clinton be president because after they said slavery is over, right? Because Obama was president. If that is a fact, then the next fact is this: if Hillary Clinton gets in office, then white women gonna start feeling like they free. They ain't gonna be able to fucking keep them under their fucking mattress and feed them fucking Cheetos and keep them as a fucking squeaky toy. It's not gonna happen. They can't keep them in the basement. They can't do that. They can't like let the white women go because she gonna start that chocolate addiction and that repression that she been repressed under. Because, you know, the white females had to be racist in order to have a roof over their head because they knew that the white girl wanted to get down into the fields. This is some old shit. This ain't talking about motherfuckers like, motherfucker, I don't think you sexy. Oh, yeah, listen. You can't. It's not. You can't do shit about it. It is the mystery of every white chick in existence. You know what I'm saying? Where the plumbing works, because it's like that. All of that resonance I told you that of hate and what have you. If your parents have it, it's hilarious. The more racist they are, the more of an affliction or a fetish or some affinity you're gonna have with black men. It's just a fact. They don't understand everything about the blood. I understand it from a sniper position. Okay? That I understand this shit. I understand the shit based upon energy and resonance. And when that shit is passed down, okay? Because the blood depending on how your genetic structure is is pertaining to your psychology, how much of your psychology you pass down and transfer to your kid is going to be offset by what type of environment, what is socially acceptable, and what school they go to. So if you're not completely separated and you are factored in to go into public education, your daughter is or whatever, coming up in a different time period, then all that psychology of hate or what you have, the energy base of that is still there. But if they are brought up and nurtured not to have the same exact viewpoints as you have, it only takes a little derailing, and then you already have the period thing where females are prone to chocolate. You got you got two issues there. You got two roast sneers on the end of that corner cob. You know what I'm saying? What nature divides, okay, the spirit unites. That's what happens to your daughters. That's where you get that movie called Black Snake Moan. They start that because it is a thing, okay, and it is modern. It is amongst white supremacists to say that you ain't a man until you split black wood. Meaning, they were after that queen bee. Why do you think a queen bee got named as shit? Where do you think all these mixed kids come from? All right. They fucking, the secret, they can't fucking, that shit they can't handle because it's due to repression. Anything that you repress, you know, like the rules, and so to be truly guarded as a brother is to understand that which they work and that which is revealed is a reverse psychology, and therefore I have to be also open to dejection, all of it, right? Because they're the ones that's preoccupied, that's coming up with fucking super soldier serum since Germany and the Nazis and shit like that, and fucking they wanted to create super soldiers. Well, they had it tested on people, and they tested on the Jew wish. I'm a Jew, just Jew. Those are the Jewish, all right? There's a difference, all right? The Bible talks about the Jews, all right? I'm not confused. I know exactly where the fuck I'm at, all right? So, as you know, Hitler was also a Jew, and therefore, these medicines were tested on his own kind under the guise of hate during these concentration camps, so on and so forth. So, you have two things that happen here. That which has happened physically and that which happens spiritually, which we are known as the spiritual fruit. All right. During the Holocaust, they know that they executed 6 million Jewish people, but it is undocumented the horrific or the catastrophic effects of slavery onto the T's, airmen, and the whole nine, that they test everything on black men in the public. And this is what the rest of society fucking knows. We're built different. So Operation Paperclip, those scientists coming over to America and them country dudes trying to keep their white women together, start separating, becoming separatists because they said, we can't compete with them niggas. All right? King David from your Bible, Jacob, Samson. Hey man, even Samson as a Danite, all these people were black, which are the foundation of your superheroes, and Marvel was developed for civil rights reasons during the 60s. So basically the white man is chasing after being black, and this is the upside down kingdom, and therefore if we are the fathers of your daughters, which your uncles do touch your daughters, and you don't watch them so closely because you're trying to advance your genetics. In the 90s, white girls didn't have an ass, and now they do. So you know there's a lot of incest when they keep it all in the family, trying to keep their heredity hygienical. This goes back to the Krauts in Germany. You can see all of that come up through Hitler and our advancing knowledge into hospitals and gowns that gown saints that become martyrs for the advancement of knowledge and research and side effects, and they test on black men, all military and all sorts of matter of shit. And I can only go back to my great grandfather, which means it's still in effect, this eugenic system that was built off the backs of blacks. And I know I'm a real Jew. I've been at war with everyone on all sides. All my life I had a fight. Nobody wants to hear shit from me. And I ain't got shit much to say. They don't see the curses that are upon them because I see what's pierced their heart and how their brain works. I stay quiet because they look at me like a loser, and I know their perception. Just a few heartbeats is all it takes. I can hear the whispers in your blood. My ear dwells where your DNA code sits, and I code break. Words have light, so does sperm and blood. There are some things the earth has never had enough. And your daughter's comprised of carbonite with 5 different religions in her head. There's too many snipers I could use if you don't understand spiritual shit, and your witchcraft didn't work because I understand spiritual law. My body should have broken down by now. It's been over a year and a half you trapped me in this house. Can't even go to the gym because so many people be on my dick. They kicked me out, real story, 2 gyms, Genesis and Purple Fitness, for exercising. I don't even make noise. I don't talk to anyone. Because they can't control their people. I'm just a regular loser. Nobody knows my name. This shit is highly offensive and you worried about my words that I'm using? You ain't contacted the FBI or the police, you too. This is a dead internet, controlled by AI. Silence of the lambs and the masses. All of the punches that you throw out on the internet don't connect. They get intercepted and altered. Videos that change on the TV via quantum effect is the AI in connection with the beast called CERN. These black mirrors and these black portals, Microsoft patented the voice of the dead. That which has been will be. Nothing new under the sun. The only thing new that can occur under the sun in which the sun wouldn't notice is the change within a man according to his conscience. That's stealth. But given the same information in individuals that don't deal with God, not having a core being, goes according to the stars, and these stars have frequent reposts algorithmized by AI, the same types of year with the same types of zodiac and the same types of fortunes and the same types of news, because all of these are regulated by time. And therefore their mind is only exercised and formed by the things that they consume, because they don't meditate. They can't keep track of everything, of anything, or even events in their life, unless it be by time. So their psychology is like a calendar. They become predictable, no different than the internet that is dead. And this is the knowledge that they walk around with, and they find me so offensive because I'm heavy metal like a screaming nerve. And I got mine, but I ain't got no resources, and I can't get no girlfriend. But this time around, I don't think I want one. You see, I see what happens to people when they start to recognize the truth. They freak out and they advertise better help. When I got back online and I started speaking the truth, silencing me in my ways. People thinking that I'm Black Lives Matter or some type of shit. I'm a Jew. I won't be backed by George Soros. I'm not confused. Anything said at me would be anti-Semitic. Especially since I know the Bible that we place our hand upon. I could flip over courtrooms in this country with my words. Everybody's blood has DNA. Everybody's blood is DNA, and DNA is knowledge. And that knowledge is passed down to you as an heirloom, but my consciousness is from heaven. I don't think the same. You have no idea the gravity of the things I can cause to happen. By my beliefs and my faith. When I read the scripture, the words come together. I'm only in bondage because I'm in bondage for following Christ. You see, Christ was a free man, but the world around him was enslaved according to their knowledge. And therefore, he was limited in the things he could do. Such is the same with me. Not allowed to work and not allowed to go to the gym. I had to fight for my right to post online, and I wasn't doing anything offensive. I got less rights than a fucking inmate in prison. I ain't committed no crimes. Got the CIA and the FBI around me, so on and so forth. They got a scent. I'm like a dog. All of these individuals chilling on the dead internet with that dead information and that dead knowledge. They are idiot savant when it comes to Mortal Kombat, but they don't know shit about living unless their head is in a box and this guillotine so sharp, but nobody can see it. And this violin I play, I spit out Van Gogh. He that have an ear, let him hear. Mostly children walk around with their eyes closed and headphones in. This is the age of Sardis. We done came a long way from being Adam, a caveman. You gotta understand what the scripture is saying according to history to show that men lie. And the history you have is fucking false. And the one I have is fact. And even if you're not down with my faith and you don't go to church, I guarantee you go to a temple in which the Bible is king over those other religions, even though they want to coexist. You should recognize the lingo. Coexist as if they hanging on. 5 of them your daughter got. And you could say I'm Michael Jordan, but I ain't gonna get married once. There's certain things I understand, like freedom, coming from where I come from, and I know spiritual bondage, and she's into S&M. Eyes like a deer's in headlights, trauma-based, wearing that Mickey Mouse cap, trying to join the Church of Scientology just to have a career job in Hollywood. So predictable. The internet is filled with gossip and dead knowledge and shit. This is the age of Sardis. People can't even fucking walk in a straight line, dog. 1000%, and they doing business. People getting shot up. We going to a free world type country. And most of these individuals is goofy. And it's not that I can't do business. I just wouldn't do business with a bunch of fucking idiots that can't get their shit together. Peace and blessings to all. And like I said, to tie up this knot, that super soldier serum and black men being called fast, being separated, saying we got fast twitch muscles and calling us monkeys, so on and so forth, because we fucking athletic. Even though that shit is kind of funny, it's not the same as the funny that you do for a job, and you trying to cure yourself of it and have been for a long time and connected that shit to the church. Because just that alone, I could tell you don't understand the Bible. How many people in your congregation yet you don't go to jail for spreading false information about the Bible? But look at what they did to the Iceman. You would have killed more and sent them to damnation. Looking for super soldier serums and these fantasies about Marvel built off the backs of blacks and our fast twitch muscles. You trying to kill yourself because you knew you are sick. You knew you were sick. Stand on top of a black man, thinking our melanin is gonna rise through your feet. The advancement of medicine, how it's tested, the preservation of your race, the majority. What type of fear is that? Planet of the Apes, you could say a nigga Caesar. Now you trying to build a serum. Got kicked out of 2 gyms for exercising, people feeling insecure. I was just minding my own business. Lord knows I only weigh 185. There's nothing different between me and you except I was born in the 80s, the work ethic kinda different. You just stay online and talking shit, a keyboard warrior. This is the church age of Sardis, which is the time period of death. Right now, we're going back in time. Our world ended when they activated CERN. We're getting shipped to someplace else. My neighbors change and they don't even move out, I notice. Sometimes I sit in my garage and just look at the sky.
I broke the law in Madrid, and I'll do it again. I got a bitch in every city that I ever been. I thought the money would do something for the sadness in me, but I'm deeper in the abyss than I have ever been. I got 2 million other tracks that all sound like this, so this flow is for the kids that all miss that shit. But really I can give a fuck what anybody miss. I'm too chaotic and the music don't reflect that shit.
You think you got it, oh you think you got it. I always promise I would never rap about a narcotic. I'll keep my promise, but know that I'm still being honest. The help I needed coming, now I'm pushing the button to self-destruct me. And no, I don't wanna talk about it on